Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is a really exciting time. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this and I've said, oh, camera shake. And I said this was gonna happen at some point. If you don't know, I'm gonna tell you right now. The NSA, I think it was 2 days ago from when I'm recording this, just announced that they have been having programs that are non-existent now, they have to say that been researching UFOs, and they released a clip on the news of UFOs that they have been chasing. Of course, this famous footage is nothing that we haven't seen, and now on their website they're not poking fun at it anymore how they used to, because they wanted it to be like a dead subject. You're crazy if you're thinking about this kind of thing. But now they're actually being light about it, being open about it, and on their website they're saying this is how you photograph a UFO, and they got this instructions. If you want to do it the right way, this is the right way to do it. So that the CIA and the NSA are both collabing on this, and they're both verifying that UFOs are an actual thing. And at some point it was said somewhere, I'm not as sure exactly where, but I heard it from a reference, that they said that UFOs or aliens have been visiting this planet for centuries. They're actually admitting this shit. Come on, wow. It's like talking to chronic liars. Like a chronic liar would never admit the truth. He would just keep on lying and lying and lying for no reason. Like, we already knew this. But outside of that, you got to think of it from this point of view, from the positive point of view of they're finally admitting it. So that means that they're gonna actually be hands-on, or at least releasing documents to the public that, yeah, this is what we found, this is what's actually going on. And eventually, I'm gonna say this, that they're gonna say, okay, there's aliens here, aliens been here, we know that. There's aliens working with us. There's aliens working with the Russians in China. They have an ambassador in every country. We knew that. They're gonna admit this at some point. That's where they're going with this. I also have a clip I'm gonna play and let you see it yourself.
Out front now, the former Pentagon military official who ran the covert government program up until this last November, Luis Elizondo. Luis, thank you so much for your time tonight. I mean, first, tell us what the purpose of the program was and why it was so secretive.
Sure. The purpose of the program, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, was really designed to do just that. From a national security perspective, identify those things that we see, whether we see them electro-optically, we see them with radar, we see them as eyewitness reports, through a myriad of different ways and avenues that we receive the information, and try to ascertain and determine if that information is a potential threat to national security, in a nutshell.
So what did you find?
Well, we found a lot. I think it's probably been a little bit mischaracterized in some of the social media you see and what people put out, because a lot of times when we don't have a lot of information, we tend to fill in those gaps with what we think is logical. And there's still, by the way, a lot we really don't know. I think what's important is that we have identified some very, very interesting anomalous type of aircraft. Let's call them aircraft. Things that don't have any obvious flight surfaces, any obvious forms of propulsion, and maneuvering in ways that include extreme maneuverability beyond, I would submit, the healthy G-forces of a human or anything biological. hypersonic velocities, low observability, positive lift, again, seemingly in defying the laws of aerodynamics. So people
so do
are
you
talking.
think, I mean,
I
know, but do you believe, when you get that Navy pilot saying what he said, do you think that that was, a UFO? To obviously, I don't have any other word to use, or that, or something else?
Sure, that's a great question. Keeping in mind, it's not just the pilot's testimony on an observation. Sure, when someone comes to you who's in charge of a multi-million-dollar weapon platform, who maintains a top secret security clearance, who is paid and trusted by this country to go fight wars and to fly over cities with live munitions, and by the way, they're trained observers with millions of dollars invested in their training.
Yep.
I would submit to you it's pretty compelling. But on top of that, it's not just the eyewitness testimony. It is actual electro-optical data and radar returns. It's also people like radar operators and air traffic controllers. So I think the discussion should be maybe a little bit broader than that. I think people are focusing just on 2 videos coming from a set of F-18s when really it's a lot more than that.
So recently, I guess it was in October, astronomers spotted what they say could be the first interstellar asteroid. You see it there, kind of that strange shape from beyond the solar system. What do you see when you look at that? Well,
Ms. Burnett, I have to admit to you, when I ran this program, I was fundamentally looking at, my colleagues looking at 2 things.
Yeah.
What is it and how does it work? We have deliberately stayed away from going down the rabbit hole of who's behind the wheel and what are their intentions.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have a lot of feelings towards that and are very emotional about that. And what I wanted to do was to allow the data to speak for itself and then use that data to inform leadership, senior DoD leadership, about the potential threat that these type of technologies pose to national security, especially over any type of controlled airspace that we might have. So I'm not trying to be evasive in any way or vague with your answer, but
yeah. Well,
I think there's a lot of possibilities.
Look, and I know you think it's important. I know you think that the government didn't take the threat seriously enough. So let me just ask you point blank the question. Do you believe that life from somewhere else, while you ran this program, came here, visited, observed?
I will tell you unequivocally that through the observation, scientific methodologies that were applied to look at this phenomena, that these aircraft, we'll call them aircraft, are displaying characteristics that are not currently within the U.S. inventory, nor in any foreign inventory that we are aware of.
So I know you're being clear, but I mean, the answer is yes.
I can't speak on behalf of the government. Obviously, I'm not in the U.S. government anymore. My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone, whatever that means.
We are actually in the new age. For years we've been saying we're in the age of information. This is actually it. A couple of months back, I think it was Roosevelt that made it possible for files to be released. No, I forgot who it was. But anyway, some president, sometime, made it possible for UFO documents to be released just a couple of months ago. So they're available online that we can see actual UFOs and some autopsies that are not verified if it's true or not, but there are actual documents stating that there was UFOs here and their pursuit of them. So it is official now. It's the real thing. There's UFOs out there. This has been common sense since I was a child for me. Some people are so devoted to the government that they don't care if they said piss is coming from the sky. Everybody open up because it's good for you. They're gonna open up their mouth and drink until their belly gets full. People still don't believe that fluoride is in tap water and it's killing you and it's destroying your pineal gland. And the pineal gland is the same gland in the body that helps you think, it helps your emotions, So basically, it's the whole reason that your life is the way it is right now. If that thing was 100%, you'll be extremely happy, feeling like you took an ecstasy pill every second of every single day. Aliens are here. We knew it. You knew it. Now we all know it. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked this, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. If you want to hear any other things that I have to offer, please subscribe to this channel, comment, and I'll see you guys later.